Hello everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to build this game, so let's play it. As you can see, as we play, it's playing a sound when it hits the edge or the player. We're also tracking the score if it hits the edge or the player. So that's it for this tutorial. Let's get started. The first thing that we need to do is actually downloading Scratch. So let's go to a browser and write Scratch download. Okay, we should see the scratch.mit.edu. Let's click on it. So we can use Scratch on the browser by clicking on Start Creating or downloading the offline version. And let's go on the footer here down and click on download. And then here's Scratch. So it's age between 8 and 13 and more. So we have Windows for Windows, macOS, Chrome OS, Android, and also on Linux. I'm currently using it on Linux. Download your version that you are in, depends on your operating system, and let's get started. Okay, when you open Scratch, you should see this. This image is called a sprite. So we can change it by clicking here, choose a sprite, and we have different categories. Let's say we choose an apple, as you can see. Can remove it here. Let's start doing an example. Let's find another sprite. Let's choose this one, RV walking. Okay, let's remove the cat. Okay, now to get started, let's go to event. Let's drag this, drag it and drop it here. When I click, you can click on to zoom in and zoom out. You can click on control and use your mouse wheel. As you can see here, I'm clicking on control and using mouse wheel. Now this means when you click on the green button here, so what happens? It's going to run the game. For now we did nothing. Let's go to motion and try to make it walk. Do a movement, not walk, but do a move. So let's drag this. Make sure that it's snapping. So if you do it like this, it doesn't work. It should be touching like this. And you can see the gray snaps. Okay. Now if we click, you can see that it's moving. If we do, for example, 20 steps, you can see that it jumps 20 steps. We can do this too, but you can see it's moving 40, but it's the same as doing this 40. Okay, let's keep it to 10 steps. What if I wanted, instead of keep clicking here, as you can see, what if I wanted to run several times, for example, 10 times? How can I make it? Okay, we're going to use something called in the control here. We're going to use something called repeat. And here, so we should put repeat here and drag the move inside it. What it's going to do is actually repeat the move 10 times. Why 10 times? Because it's written here 10. If we write 15, the repeat control is going to run 15 times. So it doesn't work right now. We need to drag it to when I click on the green button, and let's run it. As you can see, it's running 10 times. If I do 20, bring it here. As you can see, it's running 20. I can do it 100. As you can see, it's still running. I know it stopped. So because it found the edge, it stopped. Okay. So let's say I want it to bounce when it collides with the edge. So there is a method for it, which is here. Let's go to motion and find if on edge bounce. So drag it and put it inside the repeat, release it here. And now let's run our code again. As you can see, it's working. There is a small issue, which is going upside down. And to fix this, let's drag this. So set rotation style to left to right. So currently it's using all around. Let's run it again. It hasn't been fixed because it's using all around by default. Let's make it left and right and run it again. As you can see, it was fixed. Okay, there is still an issue. What if I wanted to keep walking around forever? So this is 100 step. Even if I do 1,000 or 10,000, it still reach a certain point where it stops. So I wanted to move forever. How can I do that? Okay, for this, I'm going to use another control. And instead of using repeat, we're going to use forever. Control, drag forever inside here and bring this. If we do this, we bring a single block, but when we click on top of it, we pick that block and all below it. And for the repeat, let's remove it by dragging it here in the blocks here and release. Now let's run our code again. Now it will run forever. It will stop until if we tell it to stop. Okay, let's click on the stop button here. And now if you go click here, customs, we can see that we have a walk animation here. This is a full walk animation. How can I make it walk? And to do that, we are going to use another block, which is located here in looks. It's the next custom. Yeah, next custom. Let's run it. As you can see, it's changing the custom really fast. And to fix this, we need to use a block called wait. So it's going to wait a certain period of time in order to change the custom. Let's go to control here and bring the wait and put it below. Let's run it again and see what's going on. Okay, it's too slow. Okay, if we do 0.2, as you can see, I think it's much better, but it still feels like it's stopping. It's not a smooth animation. And to fix this, we need another block. So we need to set the block of movement and changing the custom different. So we will have two blocks, one block for movement and one block for changing the custom. So let's do it. Let's go to events and bring another when I click on the green flag and find the forever because we're going to change in the custom forever. And here we're going to bring this, drag it here and put it here. Let's run it again. Okay, it's much better, it's smoother. I think it's running too fast, so let's bring the movements to 5. Okay, it's much better right now. It's much better. Okay, right now we're going to change the background. So this is a white background. To change it, you're going to click here. And if you have your own background, you can do this. You can click on this browse backdrops, and then you can choose from your computer. For this example, let's bring from the backgrounds that comes from scratch, and let's choose, for example, basketball. For example, this one. Okay. So it's beautiful background. Okay. So we did it. We make it work. And now right click and click on clean up blocks. It orders them like this. Now we're going to add a ball. So that ball is going to move randomly in the screen here. And once it hit the edge, it bounces back. So let's choose a ball. Let's choose this basketball because we have a basketball background. And then let's start with when I click on the green flag, the ball is going to run forever, to move and bounce forever. It's going to be inside of forever block. And inside here, we're going to set the movement to 10. If we run it right now, there is a problem of direction. And also it doesn't bounce back. So let's drag the if on edge. Okay, now it's working, but it's always go in 19 degrees because it's already set. You can see here it's 19 degrees set like this, so it's 46. It's always going to start moving 46 degrees. Okay, let's run it again. You will see it's going to be always like that. And run it again. Okay, so we want it to be a little bit random. So to do that, we need to do this, turn 15 degrees. It always, when you stop, it increase 15 degrees and start moving. If I stop and run again, it moved 15 degrees. If I run again, okay, as you can see, it added another 15 degrees and started moving. Okay, what I want to do right now is actually add in some sounds, make it more fun. By when I hit the edge, it should play a sound. And when I hit the player, it should play a different sound. Okay, let's get started. The same thing, we always start when I click on the green flag, it's checking constantly and forever. And for that reason, I'm going to use the forever loop. we have something new here because we are doing condition or checking if it's touching the edge or if it's touching the player. So we have some condition here. And for condition, we have something, we have a block for it, which is if then. This one, drag it and release it here. And to say if it's touching the edge, we have a block for it, which is situated in sensing here. It's the first one, touching, and change in the combo box here, change to edge. This means if it's touching the edge. If it's touching the edge, I want to play a sound. For the sound, so we are in the ball, it comes already with 2 sounds preloaded. If you go to sounds here, we have the pop, run it. Okay, the second one is basketball bounce. Okay, so this is for the edge and the pop is for when touching the player. Okay, now sound and drag it here. Edge, on edge basketball bounce. Okay, let's run it and check. Okay, it's working. Again, now touching the player, right click instead of dragging the if and then the touching and then the sound. So just right click it and change here to RV walking and then change from basketball bounce to pop. Okay, I run the game again. Oh, we have a bug here. We have an issue. It's constantly playing the sound pop. So we should fix it. So how to fix it is one touching the player instead of constantly playing the pop sound. We want to wait, for example, a second or half a second. So we already know the block of the wait. If we go to control, we have the wait here. Let's bring it down in below the pop and let's say half a second, 0.5, half a second, up and again. As you can see, we don't have that issue. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Amazing. Our next exercise is actually recording those touches, those collision. We're going to record using variables, how many edge hit and player hit. And to do that, we're going to go to variables. And here, let's start with edge hit, and then player hit or RV. It's called RV. You can name it anything you want. I'm just trying to be consistent with the name of the player. Drag it here. Okay, edge hit and RV hit. Okay, we need to set the starting values for the variables, and to do that, we're going to do it here. We're going to set the variables to 0, both RV and edge. Once it touches the edge, we're going to increase by 1. Drag this, change. If you write 5, it's going to increase by 5. So let's increase it by 1 and then drag it here, RV by 1, 2. Let's run it again. So what's happening here? Okay, it's working. Okay, it's working. Amazing. We hit RV 20 times, now it's 13, and the edge is 9 times. Now 10. What's happening right now? We set the values to 0. We have to give them a starting value. So we gave them 0. And then when we are checking, we're going to change it. So if it's touching the edge, let's play the sound and increase the edge hit value by 1. And the second one, if it's touching RV, so play the pop sound and change the RV hit by 1 and wait for a half a second. And that's it. If you have questions, feel free to ask it in the comment section below. Thank you so much and see you in the next fun game.